So, have you heard in the news today that they got this guy named Alexander Hall and this other dude, his name's Zachary Adam Grandel, dropping middle names now. They got these two guys, right? They caught them red-handed hosting a podcast. Yeah, catch this shit. These dirty bastards hogtied this poor 6'4" Laotian boy named Henry, and they started like putting cigarettes out in his butt, and then this sick freak Alexander Kenichi Hall made his poor college student girlfriend Alexandra film the whole thing.
Poor.
They were putting cigarettes out in him. They were feeding him ice cream. He's lactose intolerant, people. Welcome back.
That's how we're fucking
Oddwood.
starting the show. No, you motherfucker. You started regular.
Can't hog tie you.
You
I'm just
start
gonna be
this
sitting there and watching.
motherfucker regular.
Welcome back, boys and girls, to Camp Oddwood, with your hosts, Alexander Hall, Zachary Adam Grandel, and me, Henry Thielen, with special guests, Alexandra. Oh, golly, I hope you have a good time.
Isn't that her last name? Isn't that her last name?
Hey, I do know her future name, though. It's Hall.
How do you not know my last name?
Schwartz?
Yeah.
Well, because it's spelt different than shorts. So I always feel weird saying Schwartz.
There's a CH. It makes the schwa.
Schwa.
Totally
Alexandra
different
Schwartz.
last names. Shorts?
It's
Well,
spelled the
I
same
always-
way as Schwarzenegger.
I always feel
Schwartz.
weird because
German.
growing up, I'm a fan of Spaceballs.
Yeah.
So may the Schwartz be with you.
It's
Maybe
very,
Schwartz.
Yes.
It's easy.
And then I think, am I being anti-Semitic by assuming her last name is Schwartz?
But she's not even Jewish.
But that's a Jewish last name.
It's German,
It's
isn't it?
German
She just said,
and
yeah.
Jewish. I haven't.
No. It's German, but not racist.
Why is it racist to be German?
No. I'm just saying the Schwarzenegger.
Whoa. Okay, dude.
Can we?
Whoa.
Oh, God.
All right, good morning. What's up, Odd Squad? How's it going? How you doing?
Non-Austrian. That's
You.
the non-Austrian.
You, and you.
They say that's the thing. If you're a millennial, you either are depressed or you start a podcast.
Or you do both.
Okay.
Or you do both.
Wow.
To help
People
you
are
get out
acting
of your
like-
depression.
Yeah.
People are acting like living with depression is a new thing.
Yeah, I mean, our parents did it, no problem. We're the only ones complaining about it. So,
They're
was
just fueled by
Gucci-
cocaine.
All the peasants in the 15th century.
yeah, well, they didn't have a word for it, so they didn't know that that's what it was. So they just decided to be happy. They're like, oh well, let's cook a hog in the floor,
What?
and drink ale.
Peasants didn't have any of that.
Yeah, peasants
They
were
were essentially slaves.
no. Peasants were
Slave
just
for your
chilling.
lord.
No,
Go
just
cut
chilling.
that grass and make some wheat.
I
Yeah.
have to tell you guys something.
And here's a wood coin.
John Hannah, who played the Gladiator owners? The guy from the season 1 of Spartacus with Lucy Lawless?
Oh, the dude from The Mummy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He kills me in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh, he's
does he?
He's the dude that shoots me in the back.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Knock the mark, yeah.
I
Emotem.
love that movie. It's so good. The rewatch is great.
Yeah. All the fucking bugs out of my mouth.
That movie has
We
great
should have more movie
rewatch
nights.
value. I watched that movie so much growing up that I Yeah, I can quote the fuck out of that movie.
Of course.
His neck did not break. Now we watch him strangled to death.
Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz. Is that how you pronounce
Rachel
it?
Weisz.
Weisz.
She wasn't in the third one.
I'm a librarian.
Yeah,
Yeah.
librarian.
She was my crush. One of my crushes.
She's beautiful.
She's a very beautiful.
Yeah.
woman. Still
She's
is
aged
too.
really well
Yeah.
too.
Like a fine wine. Yeah. Who out here has been aging like
she's
milk?
in Black Widow.
Mickey Rourke. Mickey
What
Rourke.
does that
Sean
mean
Penn.
to age like milk? Does that mean you get like
It's-
the top layer?
It means you turn into cheese.
Yeah.
You get
like
kernels.
gross. Milk ages
Mildew.
nastily, whereas
spoils.
wine, it spoils. So people look spoiled out here.
Comparison.
Yo, because it's so
Okay, well, who do you think is aged like milk?
Mickey Rourke.
Oh,
That just felt.
I meant this as a joke too. Sean Penn,
No, yeah,
because
that,
he portrayed milk.
but no, he also does.
He has aged like milk.
Yeah, that dude has age like.
Very fitting casting. I see what you did there, Hollywood.
Yo, okay.
Okay. All right.
But actually,
What's his age like milk?
who? I mean, Denzel. I think he's who's fine wine. Who's fine wine?
Tilda,
Morgan Freeman.
Halle Berry.
Morgan Freeman. Morgan
Halle
Freeman.
Berry,
Okay.
yeah.
Halle Berry, Brad Pitt,
Uh,
Tom Cruise.
Tilda Swinton.
yeah, she looks the same.
Yeah. Or Kate Blanchett.
Keanu, he looks
Keanu
great.
Reeves.
Jennifer Connelly.
Jennifer Connelly.
Ooh.
So much of them.
I'd say
Avril Lavigne.
Winona.
Avril Lavigne,
Winona.
Winona Ryder, J Lo,
Oh, fucking Sandra
J-Lo looks
Bullock.
great.
Jennifer Garner. What?
Sandra Bullock.
Sandra
Selma
Bullock.
Hayek.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Penelope
wait.
Cruz.
You actually brought up something.
What?
Did you hear that Sandra Bullock? They said that she her dermatologist or whoever she uses a cream made out of
Afterbirth?
dick skin, like children's dick skin.
What? Come on. Like,
Is that serious?
are they harvesting dead children's dicks?
No, not. Why does the kid have to be dead to take the dick skin? It's called circumcision.
I don't know.
Oh.
Like, so it's.
Well, if you need to mass produce it and just find some dead kids.
Well, it's not mass produced. It's only for the elites.
It's very expensive.
I'm sure. Anything that has child parts in it, I'm sure.
Dick hand cream.
It's
No,
4
face
times the
cream.
Oh,
moisturizing
it's face
power
cream.
with 4 skin cream. Use it on your face.
Look it up. Look up the video on.
YouTube.
Yeah,
I put dick skin face cream, and the second thing that pops up is what is the penis facial that Sandra Bullock gets?
Yeah. There you go. What does it say?
This was dated 2 years ago in 2018. 3 years ago.
It's from that long ago, and they're only talking about it now.
Oh, she talked about it. She got with Kate Blanchett.
Oh, her and Kate Blanchett. So
Oh, okay. It's a Korean baby foreskin rejuvenation treatment. And she
Oh, it's
talked about
Korean
it. She talked
foreskins.
about it on Ellen.
yeah, she did. Yeah.
Okay, so the treatment involves the use of something called epidermal growth factors, or EGF for short, which are derived from stem cells taken from discarded foreskins of newborn babies in Korea.
I got you.
There you go. So
Well, it's not
that
the
fucking
actual.
joke.
They're getting the stem cells from.
yeah.
The
No,
dick skin.
well, I never thought
could
that
you
they
repeat?
just were mashing up dick
That's
skin
what I
into
first thought.
a bottle, and then she's just like, yeah.
Newborn baby
But that's
skin.
that's what the headliners always do. They're like, oh, Sandra Bullock puts Korean dick skin on her face to keep her looking young. But then you read it, and then it was the same thing where they did headlines like, oh, they're genetically modifying mosquitoes to make you think that they're trying to kill people with mosquitoes and spread malaria or whatever. But then it turns out that they're genetically modifying mosquitoes to reduce the mosquito population, right? But you don't get that. Well, I mean, I guess they try to scare you into reading it so then you feel better. But then most people don't read the whole article, so then they're just running around telling people like, see, the government is making murderous mosquitoes. They're trying to put some shit in us. They're trying to put chemicals in us through the mosquitoes. So I'm gonna have all my mosquito fucking nets up.
Yeah.
And my tinfoil hat on.
Yeah, they're just trying to get people with that headline
the
for
tinfoil.
Sandra Bullock because they're all like, "Oh shit, Sandra Bullock Korean bukkake video." She talks about it all on Ellen.
Oh my god.
Korean facial, Sandra Bullock.
I gotta read
She gets
this.
with Kate Blanchett and gets a Korean facial.
God. All right, dude. All right, so we're gonna
You guys, you're the ones that brought it up.
Yeah, we didn't tell you to
didn't
say
bring it
any
up.
of that. Don't blame that on us.
I'm blaming my Tourette's on you.
What? Oh, oh my god. It's Friday, baby. Fuck.
Fuck, baby. Fuck, White Claw, baby. Yeah.
See, that's what you
I'm
need
on
to
the
say.
wrong side of TikTok for that.
Me too. I'm on the right side of history, though.
What
Whoa,
side is that?
whoa. The alternate right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once something new comes up that's not TikTok, it's going to blow up, and then TikTok's going to be like the Vine where it just dies out.
Follow us on Triller.
That logic does not scale. That didn't make any sense what this guy said. The Triller thing, that's also incorrect. You're over there.
That's like the MySpace of fucking video apps now.
Yeah. Well,
Nice.
the reason that his logic doesn't make sense is like, I'm on the right side of history because what you're into is gonna go away. But then everything is. So then you just can't be in anything. So you could be bored, and that's why you're depressed.
That's
And
exactly what I was. That was a cry for help.
Yeah, I know everything is. I'm crying inside, and nobody's ever helped me. Right?
What was your guys' MySpace profile song?
Help me,
It changed
please.
every week.
99.
Well, what was the last one or the most popular one? Mine was Taking Back Sunday.
Wait, that was
That was
the
a
name
good-
of your
that's a good one.
MySpace?
No, that was the MySpace
Remember
music that I had
Oh,
on my profile.
When they go to your profile, it starts.
Oh,
playing.
it could play music. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember some people, every time you'd go to a Scene Girls MySpace page, it would glitch, at least on my internet, because they had too much shit going on.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, all the GIFs and shit going
Yeah.
on in the banners and stuff.
Yeah.
I can't remember my last song though.
I don't remember my last song, but I remember I had a couple pretty bad songs on there. I had Trapped
Headstrong?
at one point. Yeah.
That's not even the best song on the album.
Yeah. No.
It's the most popular one.
Yeah. I probably had that shit on for like 8 days.
Echo is much.
Echo?
Yeah.
Wait, is that the one where it's like, Echo, Echo, Echo?
Yeah.
No. The Echo, huh?
On the nose.
I think I had like Pavement or Shins or something.
I'm Henry and I liked cool music early on.
Why listen? I did.
It's the trendsetter. I'm telling you.
I credit this though to having an older brother
Yeah.
who was in bands and like had all this other stuff. But I mean, I liked older music too. It was maybe even like Echo and the Bunnyman or some shit.
Oh, I'm Henry and I'm so fucking cool. Thanks, Earl. Thanks.
That reminds me.
Hey, look at me. My name's Alex. I wear glasses. It's strong to lead you on. Jensen's in my top 8.
He was, though.
I think he was in all of ours.
Yeah, because he's a good guy. Not him. He did not have. I don't think he had Jensen
His
as a
top 8.
friend. Did you even know
On
of Jensen
MySpace?
when you had MySpace?
I didn't know any of y'all when I had MySpace.
Oh.
Yeah, you did.
Him.
Nuh-uh.
You definitely
Yeah, you
knew
did.
In
it.
high school, I
Yeah.
deleted my. I remember deleting my
Stop
MySpace. I had an itch on my dick. All right, fuck. Don't look. You don't have to look.
No,
If you're
everybody
watching this
stare at
on
his junk
YouTube,
right now, one.
There was
two-
probably like a good hour.
Did
where
you
could
see
just
something?
see he sat and
No,
gummed.
but I don't want to see something. So
There's. I have
don't
tidy
know the
whities under
name.
here. That's why I wear
Is it
tidy
safe?
whities under. Yes,
well, because
it's
they're
safe.
they're acting traumatized like a nut
I'm not
came
acting
out.
traumatized.
It gets warm in the studio, folks. So Zach always wears his.
Well, on the topic of Jensen and ballsack, when I was in biology class one time, you remember that movie? Was it the restaurant movie? Or Waiting.
Yeah.
They had a game in that show where if you saw the other dudes, or in that movie, where you saw the other dude's nutsack, they get to punch you.
Or they'd kick you in the ass.
It was a kick in the ass?
Yeah, I
thought it was a shoulder punch.
I think we would just punch each other in the shoulder if we ever did that.
Because, well, I didn't see the movie.
Oh.
And Jensen, randomly in biology class after PE, he had loose sports shorts on. And I don't know what happened, why he didn't have his underwear on. He was going commando after, maybe, I think he might have sweating them too much or something. And he's like, "Hey, Alex, I dropped my pencil. Can you grab it?" And I looked down, and then he's like, showed me his full situation. And I was like, "Oh, what the fuck?" And then he just, I was like, "Hey, what the fuck are you doing? What is wrong with you?" And then he's just like, waiting. I was like, "What? Waiting for what?" No, waiting.
The movie.
I didn't see that shit. Oh. Well, and then he has to explain me why he just fucking exposed himself to me and then punched me. I was like,
I am.
Oh, so I exposed myself to you and then I assaulted you because in this movie. And I was like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah,
we're in biology class.
Looking back on that, like,
I'm trying to find out about mitochondria, dude.
yeah, totally. It's like, no, if anything, it makes more sense if, oh, you made me look at your dick, I get to punch you. No, it's the opposite.
This is weird.
Take a look at
you
the
guys don't have to
brain.
worry. I'm not going commando, so
Oh, okay. So
I think ahead. I value everybody's retinas.
He thinks
Thank
with
you.
both heads here, people.
yeah, but we've all seen each other. We've all seen each other's penises other than hers. All right. So a game that we want to play. You know of some anime, but you aren't as deep into the mix.
Yes.
As us.
Yes. There's
So-
a lot.
I'm gonna actually ask for your help on this, Henry.
Okay.
So we'll go back and forth.
Okay.
So we're gonna give you the synopsis of an anime,
Okay.
and you have to determine whether it's real or fake.
Okay. Let's go. Let's do
So
it.
if it's a real anime or if it's a fake anime.
Sweet.
All
okay.
right.
You have some written down?
No,
Or are you just gonna off the top of the noggin?
no, I have a couple written down, but I'm realizing that I'm mildly unprepared. So
I already got some off the top of my dome.
yeah, that's why I needed his help. All right. So here's the first one.
Okay.
An alien octopus who is an assassin comes to Earth to teach a class of teenage children how to become assassins so that they could kill him,
That they can kill the teacher.
the octopus alien teacher.
Real.
You got it. Assassination Classroom.
That sounds real as fuck. It almost threw me off when you were like, to kill him. And I'm like, okay, just commit suicide, buddy. You're an assassin. You'll die by an assassin. But all right. Okay.
Okay. It's a specialty high school.
Real. If it starts anywhere in
It's
high
a
school.
specialty high school where they groom kids to hunt special monsters that are dead.
That sounds about real.
And I'm not done yet.
Oh, sorry.
I'm not done
You
yet.
paused. I thought you were done.
And then there's powers.
Okay.
Sounds
But
like
the main
everything.
character, get this, but this main character cries a lot.
That sounds real as fuck.
Wait, I'm not done yet.
Oh my god.
Okay, no. Yeah, some of these are a bit like they all overlap if you want to be really general about them. Okay. Here's another one.
Yes. Okay. I'm ready.
Okay, it's an elementary school, kids.
Okay.
But they have these toys,
Okay.
and they have to save the world with the toys.
What kind of toys are we talking about? Like just
Fuck.
action characters or like
Were you trying to come up?
I'm trying to like make up a fake one, but then I'm just like spinning tops, no. Cards, no.
yeah.
Monster, no. Robots, no.
Digital monsters?
Puppets that have spirits in them, no.
Damn. There. Yeah.
Because that sounds real to you.
Well, I'm
Because
I'm
what
trying to
was
come up
Digimon?
with Digimon too, yeah. Pokemon.
That was
Digimon.
elementary school
right.
kids that have toys that had to save the world.
All right. Here you go. I got one. You ready?
Always.
All right. So this is an anime about a character. The main character has, was it multiple sclerosis?
Okay. All right. That sucks.
Except for his arm.
Okay.
And he's been doing everything with his arm, with his one arm. And it's gotten so strong that he enters into a arm wrestling tournament. And he climbs the ranks, even though the rest of his body is
Scoliosis
scoliosis.
of the multiple
Of the
varieties.
yep. But then, yeah. But because his one arm is so strong, he's the unlikely runner-up for champion. So, or he's going up, trying to climb up the ranks.
It sounds real. But I'm going to say no.
Fuck. I mean, because I don't think multiple sclerosis works that way. So,
No, and I don't think they would make them... Like, that sounds like a good anime, but I don't think scoliosis or multiple... Whatever.
yeah, multiple. I think.
I don't think they would
if it's
write
multiple
that in.
sclerosis, I think it's all like you just paralyze. Yeah.
And that's a very short-lived anime.
I mean, some of them are. Some of them are.
Yeah. But, yeah, no, the scoliosis or whatever you were...
I didn't. I made that off the top of my head. I don't know.
That was pretty good, though.
Thank you.
It could be a show.
Okay. As a baby, this character crash lands on Earth and is discovered by humans and is raised by them and slowly learns that he has powers, and he starts saving people and starts becoming a superhero. And then he makes friends and
Okay.
enemies.
Okay.
Yours is so vague. That
I already know
they
what it
could
is,
be
though.
real.
Which one?
It's Dragon Ball.
No, it's Superman, fuckface.
That's not an
That's
anime.
not an anime.
Exactly.
Oh,
You got it wrong.
No, it's that's real though.
I didn't say if he was saved by his grandpa.
You said
or
by humans.
by
Grandpa
humans,
is a human.
or by a male and female.
Oh my god!
out here with the trickery. That was some
I'm
snaky
getting a
stuff.
taste of my own
no,
medicine.
I'm just kidding. That was so vague. It's hard.
That sounded like Dragon Ball Z, Goku. He makes friends and he makes enemies. Crash landed on Earth.
Well, that was always the thing that Dragon Ball Z and Superman were kind of similar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm ready.
This next one's about an orphan
Okay.
who doesn't think they're special until they get to a certain age,
Well,
and
he's an
they get
orphan.
accepted into a highly prestigious magical school.
Okay.
And they start attending said school, learning magic and learning how to defend against the dark arts.
I don't know. Is he an orphan though? Would you consider him an orphan?
Keep going. It is a trick question, though.
It is a trick
I
question.
can. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna.
You're correct, and it's Harry Potter too.
Yeah.
Your wizard, Hetty.
When you said the dark arts, and I had a feeling you were going to say dark
He said
arts.
he's orphan, went to a prestigious magic
Yeah.
school.
It's like, that sounds like the
There's
premise
a
of Harry
show
Potter.
called Nagima. He's from the creator of Love Hina. Created Nagima.
When
And-
Nagima is that synopsis you just gave?
Yeah, but eventually, I skimmed over the part where he becomes a teenage professor too, because I wanted to keep it vague. Because at first, anyway.
Nagima.
Himoto Umaru-chan? I think that's the one that they were talking about.
Oh, okay.
I believe.
I get, yeah. Look at that. You are spot on.
All right. Here's my last one.
Okay.
I was gonna go for like heavy trickery.
Go for it.
Well, no, now I've announced it, so
I didn't know we were doing tricks. Fuck.
Oh no, so I'm gonna do a different one. All right, so this one is about when the main character dies along with his best friend, and after he dies, he goes into another realm where he's forced to play a game where he kills him and a group of other people who have also died. Have to kill aliens.
Okay.
And if every level, if they kill the aliens at that level or at every wave, when they survive, then after they kill a certain amount or survive a certain amount of levels, they get to make cash in for like a video game. So either you get new weapons or you get to another life,
But you're dead.
or you get to come back to real life
When? After you beat the
if you beat
the whole thing?
if you beat enough of it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Or you could bring back somebody else to the game portion of life. Somebody who died in the game, you could bring them back to life, but then they're still in the game. And then, but then if you get even more points, then you can go out of the game.
So let me get this straight. When you die, you get sent to another realm, which is basically a game where you have to do waves upon waves of aliens. And fighting them and killing them. But every time you beat a wave, you get a life, or you
can cash in for life, better weapons, or another game life, or your real life. So a game life, or your real life back. So you get to come back to life.
Okay. Or an option of reviving somebody that just died. They died again.
Yeah, let's use that word. Revive. Yeah, you get to revive somebody
That died in the game after they already died
you-
and got into this game.
Yeah, but then they're dead if they die in the game. So you can revive them so that they're alive in the game, but then you could go out the game if you get enough points and you're alive.
I'm gonna say fake.
That's real.
Gantz.
That's retarded. The way you
It's
described it was so like, oh, well, when you die, you get transported into a game. But if you die in this game, you're dead. It's like, no, I've been dead. I'm in this game that I don't want to be in.
You're not dead. You still feel pain if you get stabbed.
Well, listen. Where do you go when you die in the game?
Dude, so if you die in the game, you die. So it's basically purgatory, but it's a game. It's you can, if you win enough levels, you can make choices where you can either get new weapons so that everybody can have a better chance at killing more aliens and getting more points and cashing them in for real life. Or if somebody died in the game, you can bring them back into the game and then try to fight more aliens so that you can both come back to life.
Did anybody ask the person that they revived what was on the other side?
No, they didn't. I don't think
They did.
They did. Oh, they did.
They said nothing.
Oh, shit.
Very fucking bleak.
That sounds nothing sounds better than being forced to kill a bunch of aliens.
And watching everybody around you die slowly.
Again.
Yeah. But I think that the criteria for even ending up in this alien murdering purgatory was that you were committing suicide or that it seemed like suicide. Right? Because the two main characters got hit by a train and it looked suicidal to the makers of the game. Right? I thought
Those guys are retarded.
I don't think it was always suicide because some people got murdered and they ended up there.
Oh.
Like it's just like
Like unresolved
random?
purgatory. Oh, okay.
like they kind of picked at random. Like sometimes there's these like old ladies and like little kids in the game, and it's like the anime is kind of fucked up, but it's really entertaining.
That leads me to another question. If you're old and you just randomly die of a heart attack or something, and they're like, we're going to pick you for the game. But then...
No, I think they let them go.
Oh.
No, I don't know.
Well, no, I was going to say, like, okay, now this old person's in the game, but they're kicking ass because, they're wise and knowledgeable, and they're in purgatory, so I'm imagining they have some type of strength to keep on.
Well, they have the battle suits on.
Okay. Well, then they can do whatever they want. But then they win, and then you choose, I want to be alive again. And then they
come back to life and have a heart attack
and you have a heart attack again. Now you're just in this game forever and ever.
Well, no, it's not like the loop is the game itself.
Oh, okay.
Like they bring you back to life after you've died, but you have to play this game until you get X amount of points. Then you could pick to not play the game ever again because other than that, you have to play it. I think once a week.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
and you get back. You go back to your normal life, but like you're all fucked up because you have to like kill people and monsters like during this phase.
I mean, the whole logic of that show gets a little bit muddy, and I'm surprised that you love that anime or manga and anime.
Well,
and
ultimately,
all of it when you were talking shit about the logistics of Tokyo Revengers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, ultimately, they get to
That's funny.
It's aliens, and this is like alien defense thing, and like leading up to it, it was just trying to kill the aliens that were already living on the planet because there's an invasion coming, and they're like, but at the same time,
Then where's Emily Blunt?
Exactly. It makes you think. Then why the fuck are there children and old people being picked to fight these aliens? Why aren't we just picking the most fit people or actual soldiers
warriors
and
and
putting them
soldiers.
in these super suits?
Yeah,
why are we
instead of
wasting them on
sadistic children.
on high school kids and middle
Let's
school
just
kids?
pick at random.
Yeah. So there's all those loopholes with that. There's a lot of holes and a lot of logic for all these animes.
as sergeant.
A 10-year-old.
All right, so that was Zach Knows Anime.
Kinda.
A new. Were we keeping score? I think you might have only gotten two wrong.
Oh, I thought I only got 2 right.
Oh, because you got this
that
one right.
one, so 3 right, and maybe 2
And then
wrong.
which one of mine? You got one of mine wrong, and then
Gantz.
Are we counting his trickery? The Superman one.
No, we don't have to count that.
Okay.
Because I was.
And then you got the.
Harry Potter / Nagima.
Oh yeah.
That one I got
you
wrong.
didn't do too bad. You didn't do too bad. Good job, Zach.
Yeah.
Now it's time to move on to
The Chronicles
Oh,
of Reddit.
The Chronicles. Okay. It seems I can't get guys because I'm a female engineer. I'm 20. Recently graduated with a bachelor's in chemical engineering, working full-time for 2 months. I'm single and looking for a man. I don't know why I did that. And looking for a man.
You trying to find a man, honey?
Yeah, you do what you gotta do, girl. As it happens, I haven't been with anyone since I was 17. I began to seriously look after I finished school and started using apps for the first time. All of my profiles say that I'm a chemical engineer, but guys don't seem to see it, and they seem to lose interest once they find out. This past Friday, I went on a Bumble date with a 22-year-old male, and what happened left me in shock. I thought things were going great at first. He told me he worked at Starbucks, and I responded with a horny/corny joke to let him know I was into him and his workplace as well. Then, he asked me what I did. This is the part where things got really weird. After I told him I was an engineer, he said, quote, "No, you're not. You literally look like Lauren Southern. Do you waitress or something?" End quote. I said, quote, "I'm a chemical engineer, and if you tell me I don't look like one, I'll end this date right now." End quote. He said, "I have to go to the bathroom real quick." End quote. Sorry, I didn't even begin that quote. Then he got up and walked straight to the exit door and left me in a restaurant by myself. Needless to say, it was humiliating. Other guys will often just stop talking to me when they find out I'm an engineer, before we meet in person. I'm talking about guys who were calling me gorgeous and stuff before. Do a lot of guys dislike female engineers or women in particular professions? How should I deal with this and find a good man?
It seems like she's looking for men in the wrong places.
Yeah.
Or picking the wrong dudes.
Because if I was...
douchers.
If I was a... What are you pointing at?
You got to be close to the mic. You're way away.
Sorry.
Oh. Yeah, I would be like, "You're a chemical engineer? Fucking here's my ring, put it on."
When you'd be like, "Buy this ring so I can come on."
I'll pay you in installments.
Yeah.
It seems like she's just attracting douchers, or that's who she's matching with on these dating
Or
sites.
just people that are intimidated.
Well, I mean,
She also
by her.
kind of sounds like a little bit like a bitch.
Well, I get why she was like, "Oh, if you say I don't look like one, I'll end this date right now," because a lot of female engineers get that a lot, and it really
Well,
is
she could
irritating.
have phased it in a joke. It came off really
irritated.
At least the way you read it came off.
I get being
rude.
irritated if, yeah, you know what, like,
it's just. I mean, go ahead, say your piece.
I was just gonna say, like, yeah, of course, like, you're more than just your beauty. Maybe the way the guy came off was like, "You're way too pretty to be like that smart." Or maybe he actually was
Yeah, who
being more
knows
of an
how it came
asshole
off,
than how she wrote it.
But I don't think that dudes ever say it to mean it that way. But it's always taken that way. That, "Oh, you're too pretty to be smart." I don't think any guy ever says it that way. They're just
Any guy? I think there are guys that will say
okay.
it.
We're
But
getting into fucking semantics. Most guys, obviously. Okay, there's 7 billion people. Obviously, some fucker did it. Sorry. Go ahead.
Or a lot of fuckers. I don't know.
a lot of
I think, yeah, you're still 20. There's probably a lot of other things going on, and also with their lives too. Most people in their, especially early 20s, aren't doing really well with their lives or themselves. But I mean, as far as them like being intimidated by that, like, maybe just take a step back from yourself and maybe view how you're acting yourself in the situations, as well as how the men or the boys that you're talking to are reacting in your dates or what have you. Because that's another thing, is that, like, you're still young. Keep playing the dating field. Maybe even look for, I hate saying this, like, older or more mature people, or just people who have just more forward thinking. Because if people are getting actually like turned, if you think people are actually getting turned off by you because you're an engineer, I feel like that's weird. It's like, you're just because you have a career already doesn't mean people are getting turned off by you. Like, something else might be going on.
Well,
that you're not
in
aware
this
of.
particular story, I think he fucked it up first by saying, "No, you're not. You literally look like Lauren Southern. Do you waitress or something?" So totally just disregarded her "I'm an engineer" statement.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, when you say that by itself in a vacuum, it's easy for us to just deem that dude a piece of shit.
Yeah, well,
right.
yeah.
But we don't know how the rest of the conversation was going.
Yeah.
It could have he could have just been like, no fucking way. You look like Lauren Southern. What, you're like a waitress or something. And it could have been like kind of like a kind of joking around,
excuse
flirty
me.
thing or whatever. But then if she's internalizing this idea that, oh, you don't think because of the way I look, you don't think I'm smart enough to be an engineer, and then clap back in a way that he was like, okay, well, fuck, sorry. And then it could have been maybe some stuff internalized in him where he might have been like, yo, like, there maybe a little bit of intimidation came into play, but especially just because of the way that it kind of happens a lot. Women who are established, when they're talking to somebody that they feel like is less established, they do kind of don't give them as much respect sometimes. And then maybe if that's not true of what she was doing, this guy could have felt that way. And then like, oh, if she really is like up there, has her shit together, and this is how she's going to treat me, maybe I don't want to be about it. And then dipped.
And that's future headaches I'm avoiding right now.
Yeah. So, I mean, not to put all the blame on her or whatever, there definitely probably dudes, especially if you're early 20s, that are intimidated.
Yeah.
Right? But I think that the most likely thing is that you're looking at shitty places. If you're looking at people in their early 20s on dating sites, a large majority of them are fuck boys. Not majority, but a good percentage of them are fuck boys. And then when you tell them how established you already are in your 20s, it just comes off as that you probably are likely looking for
a relationship.
And for some of those fuck boys, they're like, oh shit, they're just attributing your intellect and smarts at being able to get your engineering degree so early that they're not going to be able to run their game and their goofy trickery with you because you know what's up because you're smart enough to get your degree early. So, in which case you're dodging a bullet anyway.
Yeah.
But that's kind of the game you have to play. And I kind of agree with Henry where, yeah, I wouldn't want to, be like, oh, you should just go after older men type of thing. Because the thing is that I feel like girls, after 3 or 4 bad experiences, scrap the whole heap of dudes, like, oh, in whatever category that they break it up in, like, oh, dudes in their 20s fucking suck off of 4 guys, right?
Yeah.
And if you're meeting a guy who's also like, if you were probably dating other engineers, it probably wouldn't be a problem. What?
Maybe you would have to find that one engineer that's not like what you were just describing, fuckboyish.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of engineering students aren't, or I don't know, a lot of them aren't super fuckboyish, or they would at least have an understanding of the curriculum and like have some admiration towards the fact that you were able to get your degree early.
It's funny. Did you guys see
they know how hard it is?
That TikTok that it
Real
actually
hard.
very much so goes into this whole female engineer thing. There's a TikTok where this female engineer is in an engineering class. She's the only female in like the whole class. All the guys were like making rape jokes and stuff.
Oh, okay.
It was on the news too.
Where?
I'll pull it up.
Yeah. I mean, then again,
but-
also we, the 3 of us live in, I don't know, we have our own little vacuum where these types of things don't occur with the people that we hang out with.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Or like,
No,
I mean,
I would
guys
never.
that we know and hang out with don't do these kind of things. Or the ones
I would-
that do,
I would
we,
hope so.
we excommunicate.
I mean, I don't know what all of our friends have done that we still talk to, what they've done in the past, so I can't say that. But I mean, like,
But at least who they are now is very against any of that type of stuff, at the very least.
for the most part, I would hope so.
Yeah.
I would very much hope so. But I don't know. Dating in general is just fucking hard.
It is
A good
hard.
man is hard to find. A good woman is hard to find.
But
that's
also-
the thing, is that like you're trying to find that matching puzzle piece to your puzzle piece.
Yeah.
But you're still very young.
Yeah.
Like if you're just looking to get some P in your V,
then just play it that way. Then,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and you don't need to let people, if that's your aim, then you don't need somebody who accepts your occupation or the fact that you're smart or whatever, so just take it off your dating profile.
Yeah.
If you're, I mean, there's a lot of variables because sometimes, people are upset that certain dating things aren't going well for them and then they're chalking it up to that, a certain thing. But then it's like, yo, you're looking for dudes who look like Abercrombie models. The likelihood that guy is gonna be mildly misogynistic and like kind of a piece of shit is higher than if you were looking for somebody who look like he tells or does TED Talks about tech.
It's like, girl, I throw balls far. If you want nice words, date a languager.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm curious if she's looking for someone who has similar interests in her. Like, why? Maybe there's another engineer she might be.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, she's also very like
Is she picky?
inexperienced when it comes to the dating world because she did admit that the last time she was with somebody when she was 17.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. Yeah, is the best.
But yeah.
The best, especially since you're young, you don't need to find a forever suitor now.
Yeah.
If you're looking for somebody who is most likely to be that, you shouldn't. The best thing for you to do is whatever your whatever your other interests are. Like, the person doesn't even have to be an engineer. You don't have to have that in common. But whatever your other interests are, go do those, and you have the money because you're fucking have a job,
Raking in the dough.
a good ass engineering job at 20, chemical engineer. So go do, like, become part of those communities. So if you're into rock climbing or tennis, go join clubs doing that, and you're gonna find people who can who are gonna relate to you on a different level, and then you can relate to them on that level. And then when it comes up organically that you're an engineer, that person already shares something with you, and then if they're interested, that's only going to make them more interested. Rather than, because that is kind of the difficulty of the online dating thing, is that everything starts cold.
Yeah, there's no
So you're
bridging
searching,
of gaps.
yeah. So you're searching for the bridges with each other, and then in search of those bridges, there's so many things that can go wrong before you get there. And if something goes wrong before you get there, then the date usually gets fucked up or creates different moods. So it becomes like a game of timing and strategy. Whereas if you decide to go on a date on somebody that you've already established a relationship with based on something else, it clears a lot of that stuff, because you could already be like, oh, so what got you into tennis?
Yeah.
Oh, I decided to start playing tennis. I started playing when I was a kid, and then I hadn't played in a while, and I decided to join a club. I was like, oh, that's cool, blah blah. And then from there, you get to expand on who each other is, but all the like little like figuring out who each other's, or how each other's like general kind of attitude that's already gone, because you guys have been in the same space together, have had some kind of rapport with each other to where you decided to go out on a date. So you got the money, join a club in an interest that you're interested in.
Don't try and find love at the club.
Oh no, I didn't say that.
That is what you're saying.
Don't go to the club. Join a club.
Join a club.
Yeah,
don't go to the club.
Double down on your outside interests, and you'll meet people there. Exactly how you said. And also,
because Evelyn jumped into the motorbike thing, and I mean,
now she's doing a U.S. tour.
Took her a few crashes, and then she's good. She's got a man.
See, she got into that, and then she crashed, and then the EMT that came to help her out was like, oh,
that's
when
way.
she took off her helmet, like, oh, I think my arm's fucked up.
And then got the hair.
And then she flicks the hair, and he's like, what the fuck? I was expecting Diesel Danny, but instead I got Evelyn.
I saw the gears turning.
Well, for some reason, I don't know, I like went into Japanese for half a second of the name, and then I didn't commit, and then I was just thinking in my head, like, what the fuck was that? Because I was like, Evelyn.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
and that's a whole nother thing too. You're at an age where commitment is a very hard thing to try and get people to do.
Yeah. Both male and
Even
female.
I feel like just generationally, it's just getting harder and harder to commit to things because talking about like all the different hobbies and people that are interested in different things, especially when you're starting cold on a first date, you're trying to lay the foundation to those bridges for those different interests. It's like, we were talking about anime earlier. If you're on a date with somebody and like you love anime and you find out that they don't like anime, this is kind of like them.
That's a red flag for Alexander.
You see, but it's not though, because you could be that person that introduces them to anime.
Yeah. But
because
if
that
they
was
say
a red
they hate
flag
anime.
for Alex,
Yeah, that would be a
that's
better
a
way.
different story. They took the time to know what it is, and they're just like, "Fuck that shit."
Yeah.
But
if someone says they've never watched it, that's fine. But if you say like, "Oh, I hate cartoons,"
It's
I
for
hate
plebes.
anime.
so
It's
it's
for
not a
kids.
red
Plebeian is for
necessarily a red
plebeians.
flag, but
That's
it's
a red
like
flag.
not everyone is
Yeah.
wants to start building those bridges, or they don't want to start making those foundations. Like they don't want to commit the time or effort anymore to getting to know this person, and that's that you kind of have to listen to that old theory of opposites attract, because that means you're just going to learn a lot more within this type of relationship on some aspects.
Yeah.
And other aspects, people are more looking for like, oh, I want to date this person who has all the same interests as I do. It's going to be boring
It's gonna
faster.
be hard.
Well,
and it's
you-
going to be hard to find
Well,
somebody because
I mean-
you already have a list of things that you have to check off.
Wait.
And if there's
So it's a combination
Wait,
of the two.
I
It's
feel
a,
like
it's a
you
different.
can't have too many opposites because then you guys never get along on
yeah,
anything.
exactly.
yeah,
But you can't also look for somebody that
It has
every single thing
Yeah.
because
You don't
want to
date a yes man.
Well, wait. If you guys have all the same interests, I don't necessarily think I don't think that that's boring if you have cool interests. If both of you only have two interests and they're both boring interests, like I like to watch movies and play video games, then your guys' interactions are probably going to be
But
Could
why
be
is
boring.
that boring? If that's
well.
the
But
only
the,
thing
or
they
well,
like?
if you guys can always be talking about movies, I don't know. I think it's also people's personalities coupled with how they want to operate with the other person.
That's true.
Because some people who want to be with their person all the time, if they have all the same interests, that's kind of a plus. People who like to have space from them, it benefits them to have different interests so that both of them have something to do. So the other one's not just chilling, waiting for you to be done with your class or whatever. And then when you get back, they're all on you because they missed you. And that's, difference in love languages and stuff like that.
It's called clinginess.
But I feel like, because her and I have a lot of some different interests or diverging interests, but then we have so many of the same ones. But then I think the biggest thing that brings us together is that how the way that our interests manifest are the same. So we're very hot, cold with so when we're into something, we go hard, and we're both very competitive. But then we get lucky where our intensity pushes each other along rather than we're converging, going at each other with our intensity. So we got lucky in that way. But we both, I think we bond on our mutual intensity of an interest that we share.
Yeah.
So we're like,
become
oh shit.
obsessed.
Yeah. So it'd be like, oh, did you watch the first episode of this anime? Yeah, it was pretty good. What? And then we're
It's the challenge time.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's-
yeah. Hey,
Yeah,
we've got
yes.
2 people in now.
Yeah. So
We have a challenge club.
we share
Yeah, sure.
a heavy intensity. we share a heavy
Don't tell
intensity for
Elizabeth
the
that.
challenge.
She's in it.
Oh.
Yeah, dude.
She's a new member.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
And then even with the tennis thing, like right now we're big into tennis, and we're going. Our intensity is the same, and we're going so hard on it.
You want to find that partner in crime.
Yeah.
To be the best you while not changing you at the same time. It's a lot of acceptance and having someone that goes with you through that. But back to the girl said at point of Reddit. Maybe her dating pool is really small. Maybe she's a racist and doesn't want, and she's narrowing down her numbers game.
Well, okay.
What if she's uber specific and she's all like, I only date
That does
Polynesian
happen a
men,
lot, and they don't.
and I live in the Midwest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we do. I mean, we just don't have that
Yeah.
information.
But I mean, but that's something that
No, I'm
that I
kidding.
do feel that happens too. Is that they already narrowed down everything because they're like, oh, well, I'm looking for
Yeah.
Yeah.
6'3", blonde, rugged.
Oh, I'm sorry. You have everything on my list, but you're not blonde. Sorry, it's not going to work out.
Yeah, a lot of girls do have these lists, but to come possibly to not necessarily to her defense, but to maybe give her some insight or give some general insight. We don't know where she lives, so we're saying this from the perspective of Californians, where here being a female engineer doesn't disqualify you. Like most,
need more.
A lot of guys out here, you can easily find somebody who would be really down with it, even if they were a Starbucks employee.
Yeah.
Like there's some of this. I mean, yeah, you would be fine here, but if
She's the
you're in
breadwinner.
Tennessee or like maybe certain parts of Texas, where the men there still operate off of arcane ideologies of a woman's position in the relationship,
hierarchy.
and they feel like you're doing better than them, then I would imagine that it makes sense that they would be threatened. Not that I mean that they're. I'm not excusing that. They're little pussy bags, but
Yeah, that's like the lamest, like. I was gonna say something stupid. Yeah, that's a really fucking stupid bravado move that I feel like needs to be flipped. I'm completely fine being a trophy husband or a house husband. Bringing home the gravy baby.
That's something that
I'll get
I also
abs.
think that's kind of bullshit is like a lot of these dudes who if you want to be, I mean, generally male artists wouldn't have an issue, but I would imagine like if I was I guess kind of as a male artist myself, if I had a woman or a girlfriend who already had a booming career since she was 20 years old. I wouldn't want to like to make it seem like I was trying to leech off of her, like, oh, let her make the money or whatever. But if you can accept that the money that I'm bringing in is going to be spotty until it gets good as an artist, and you're okay with bringing in the money, and then we have a mutual understanding of that, and I am working. I'm not like a bum, right?
Yeah.
I'm
You're
working
not
on my
at home.
craft. I'm moving forward, and you can respect that.
You're making moves.
And you're
Then
keeping the house.
why wouldn't you want that as a guy?
Yeah.
Like, if we're trying to get equal, you have to accept the equality too as a dude. If you're like saying like, oh shit, equal we got to have that equality, and then a woman comes to you and is like, yo, I don't care that you're a Starbucks employee. Yo, I'm making 6 figures already, but you're cute. And as long as you're moving forward and trying to do something, I'm here to support you.
Yeah.
You're going to pass up that deal off of some bullshit machismo?
No, man.
You're the idiot of the day.
Yeah.
You need to check the comments because I think someone said that they were actually on the date with her and she proposed pegging after the first date. I think that's what threw him off.
Yeah.
Hey, sometimes you just got to take it in the ass to be able to get everything that you want in life,
To each their own. I don't kink shame either, man. It's like, what's up with these people nowadays?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
As long as it's less than 5
But
inches
okay, so I know we're okay, cool.
for the pegging.
Yeah. All right, so
Toxic masculinity.
Yeah,
has been kind of
would be
like the foundation of
that would be something
our
that would be
society.
classified as toxic masculinity. I would properly classify as toxic masculinity. Because I do want to point out, some of y'all be classifying just general masculinity as toxic masculinity.
Yeah.
Like, oh, what? Oh, it's toxic masculinity that you got your legs open in the train. No, those are called nuts. That on a hot day.
Oh yeah, that's man spreading.
Yeah, man spreading. That's not toxic
Classified as-
masculinity. That's just actually having testicles. I'm sorry. Yo, okay. Some dudes who are in relationships where the woman is more the breadwinner, you gotta be upfront, and women have to be honest about this. You guys can be kind of like emotionally abusive when that is the case. Not saying that you are, and especially since you're only 20, you probably have grown up in a space where you probably wouldn't be as much so, right? But it's definitely common that in a situation where the woman makes most of the money, that the guy doesn't get any fucking respect, and then just like shut your mouth, blah blah blah. Yeah. And okay, if the argument is then like, oh well, men have done that to women for years, it's like, okay, he didn't. I mean, and then if he did, then maybe that's his karma. He shouldn't have been treating his previous girlfriend that way, and then fuck that guy.
Yeah.
But if he's trying to sit here be supportive, and then you're like,
well, you shouldn't have lost your job then.
eat my yeah. I mean, he should.
Like I've seen some fucked up things being said, like thrown around, especially in just nasty relationships. Both ways, it's terrible.
Yeah.
People are terrible. That's why you got to look real hard for that special someone who doesn't throw their money in your face in public. Or my biggest red flag is volume control, and I feel like doing shit in public and just being okay with it. Like
making a scene.
Making scenes and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Get the fuck away from me. I am not about that. That's, I feel like, one of the biggest red flags is like, you're comfortable enough doing.
Oh, you're
We're at a
smashing
restaurant.
up this.
We're at a restaurant. You just fucking take off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, all right. So I know that with this episode's going kind of long, but I want to do a quick role play.
Okay.
All right. So I'm gonna be. So we've been together for a year.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
And we're getting into a disagreement.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna bring some ignorance to the table, and then I want to see at what point you fully dismount, where
Like I'm just done.
you're just done with me.
Okay.
All right. So, right
We're
now
at dinner.
the disagreement is we already left the restaurant, but we just had a double date with some friends.
Okay.
And you didn't offer to pay for their meal, so they.
Okay.
I mean, because the boyfriend on that side offered to pay for everybody's meal, and then I expected for there to be oh no, I'll pay for it, but then you just let him pay, without.
Okay, so I was like, okay, yeah, if you want to pay, okay.
So you didn't give like the battle back that usually happens. You're just like, oh cool.
A word?
Well, yeah. Well,
All right. So all right,
Okay.
so that's the scenario, and that's why. Now our disagreement started because I was like, now our disagreement starts. Okay? Ready and scene. Why you pull that punk shit?
what punk shit?
You just let them pay?
He offered to pay.
But you're supposed to offer back, and then if he offers again, then you let him pay.
What is that? What? How does that work?
Exactly how I just said it. You offer back, and then if he really wants to pay, he'll offer again. Otherwise, we're supposed to just go Dutch.
Why take that risk when there's a possibility
So that
of
we
playing
don't
back
look,
and forth?
So we don't
because
look
we're both
poor.
insisting.
See, this is just like your daddy.
Oh, you're out. You're done. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out.
Sir, do you want me to pull over this Uber?
Yeah, please. Can you kick her out because I'm paying for this Uber?
Damn, okay. That was quick.
I'm paying for this
Low
Uber.
threshold.
Yeah. No. All right, you done. If you're gonna attack me like that, you out. You out.
Oh, you
Those
get
are my
real comfortable
friends.
after a year.
Those are my friends. The last time I went out on a date with them, I paid.
Yeah. Oh,
See, you don't know this information.
Yeah, but was your daddy there though?
Yeah, well, you're not here. Get out.
Yeah. No, but that. Yeah.
I hope you have the Uber app.
I feel like I don't know what region this is or what type of girl, or what type of person, but when they try to bring that shit up like off bat and they have it in the chamber so fast, that's the type of shit that I'm like,
huge red flag.
yeah, that's a huge red flag.
That means they'll say anything just to get that fucking
visceral reaction at you. Oh man, but then when they say they hit the button that blows your top off, and then then you're like, wow, really, you're gonna fucking go there? And then you start getting heated, and they're like, oh my god, you need to calm down. You're scaring me. That's a situation that I could never be in. I would be like, all right, I'm calm, and you're also single.
And you're also single.
Goodbye now.
Because this isn't going to be the first time you're.
But then that's the type of shit.
like that.
But that's where that's what ghosting was meant for. Like that's where you ghost, and that like you don't entertain that. You don't humor anything. Like, oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean it. Da 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 da. It's like, no, you got to control yourself better than that. Maybe I'll talk to you in 3 years when you mature. But that's not something that I'm not gonna work through that with you right now. I'm 22 years old. You have a lot of work that you need to do, and I just don't have the time to
go to small claims court because you just keyed the fuck out of my car and bashed out my fucking windshield. Because
that's a level.
And then left a note saying, "You're just like your dad."
Yeah. So I mean,
it's like, damn, this bitch is crazy.
I mean, because some of the shit that you see, like the level of wiling some people endure, I'm like, whoa. On both sides, like,
oh yeah,
you
100%.
know, like dudes go and they do some crazy shit. But then the thing is, all the victims of all the crazy shit just start arguing with each other on TikTok. And they're like, no, women do this type of shit. No, well, I seen a dude who did this type of shit. All you guys are crazy. It's
crazy people do crazy shit.
Yeah.
Yes, you're
So
right.
it's
Play
all
stupid games, win stupid prizes.
yeah.
Right?
And then at a certain point, it's like, yo, if you're consistently a victim of a type of spouse or a type of I mean, don't take this as like victim shaming thing, but if you're consistently end up with dudes who do some specifically fucky shit, or women who are like really abusive, but you know, society doesn't deem it as such, and you get caught up in that type of shit, and then you keep going back to women like that, that's something that you probably got to handle in therapy.
Yeah.
And then so that you could choose the right suitor.
Better people.
Yeah, because the thing is, some people because of the way they grew up get with people like that because they feel like they deserve that, or it's familiar to them. Yeah. Right? And then or they feel like they're going to achieve some kind of fulfillment from being able to curb the destructive behavior that they experienced as a kid, and then they're like, oh well, I'm now in a situation that I can control the destruction that I saw, and I'm able to do it. But then a lot of times when they are able to curb that destructive behavior, then they're not interested anymore. And a lot of women are now being upfront about that fact, but you need to fix that. Because it's saying that, oh yeah, like, yo, if there isn't some kind of heat, and like if he's not like on the verge of socking me in the head, then there's not enough passion there, and I don't want it. And I've heard that like legitimately, and I'm like, yo, if
you're fucking insane.
Yeah, it's like, why do you want to tantalize the gorilla?
Yeah, dude.
Don't tempt.
You don't
go in the gorilla pin.
Yes.
You don't jump in the gorilla pin. You know what's going to happen.
Yeah. It's like, yo, you want to wrestle with Harambe?
You're going to get smacked up with the belt.
Yeah.
Tantalizing the gorillas.
Move to California where we're accepting of female engineers.
Yes.
Thanks you for joining us. It was a pleasure for you to listen.
See you guys.
Make sure to give us a 5-star review on every episode, and follow us
on our Instagrams.
in real life.
Oh, don't. All right, see you guys next time. Goodbye.
Peace out.
Bye-bye.